readiness.
Hello, this is SME On Point. My name is Diabo Sito, and this week I'm coming all the way from Cornelia, a small town in the northern of Free State. And you know that with the funeral industry, there are many other business opportunities that are there. This is why today we have visited the Nhlapo Logistics and Coffin and Manufacturing business run by Sizwe Nhlapo and his family. They've been doing this for a while, but let's find out from him. Sizwe, thank you and welcome to SME On Point. Tell us about your business, why the coffin or the business of coffins, and how is it going in this economic climate?
Welcome to Cornelia and to our businesses. Well, our business is doing very well. It's doing very well. It's challenging because of our clients are far, Joburg, Mpumalanga, and so forth. But other than that, everything is doing fine.
What made you get into this type of business, and what was required for you to get into this business?
There are very few people who are doing it. Competition is very rare. So we decided, no, as a young person, let's have a black business for the coffins and the caskets.
Yeah. This is a relatively small area. I think the population is less than 3,000 people in this town. How is it being received? And the development of small businesses in the area, how do you see it as a person that's been in the game? You're also in the logistics business as well.
Yes, we are also in the logistics business. It's very challenging in a small location like this because there are no much mortuaries. So for you to get clients, you need to drive out of the town. So you need to go to either Mpumalanga or either go to Gauteng or either go to other provinces. There are very little mortuaries here. So that's the only challenge that we are facing, our clients.
Yeah. What are the trends within the coffin manufacturing business lately? What are people going for? What are mortuaries looking for? That if someone that's watching us today decides, oh, I want to go into this business, they need to know about these trends.
People are focusing more on caskets, domes. Coffins are a bit overrated, so they want something new, something beautiful with the glasses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you need to get more training for those.
Yeah. Are people willing to pay for these domes? Because someone actually said I should ask this question on our Facebook page when I told them that we're going to be here, that the input cost of doing a coffin is much lower than what we eventually pay. Domes, they now retail to up to 50,000 Rand. Tell us about the cost factor or the pricing factor.
They are not willing to pay, and it's very hard for you to get the materials to do the domes. So even if you get the materials, it's expensive. So for the mortuaries to come and get those domes, you need to sit down and have a proper discussion about the money.
All right. Unfortunately, we have about 3 minutes left, and I'm going to be speaking to the co-founder of Yoco, Carl Wazen. Let's find out about what Yoco, they had a briefing today. Thank you, Sizwe. We'll speak to you a little later. Yoco had a briefing earlier today to give us about industry insights. You know that businesses now are moving to the point where they're using a lot of point of sales, and Yoco has an insight of industry, SME industry, and what has been happening, and I believe that they'll be also unveiling some of the new technologies that they have. On the line, we do have Carl Wazen, is the co-founder of Yoco. Carl, welcome to SME On Point. I hope you can hear me. Give me your views on the landscape of the SME landscape in South Africa, given the number of transactions that you make as a group. Okay, Carl just needs to unmute himself. I believe Carl just needs to unmute himself.
Thank you. Hi, Diabo.
Carl, I hope you can hear me now.
Yes.
Welcome to SME On Point. I hope you heard my question.
I did. I was saying the Yoco journey started 10 years ago when we essentially discovered that the majority of transactions in South Africa were taking place in cash, despite an increased number of people holding cards. And what that did is it just kept a lot of small businesses outside of the digital economy. And we sought to change that by providing easy to own and easy to use card machines, which started off quite basic and then eventually now are a lot more sophisticated. But I think the principle has been one of creating access and doing so for small businesses across the entire country. Currently, we serve 200,000 small businesses
Yeah.
Across South Africa. And in 2024, 24 million South African adults have paid on one of Yoco's terminals at one of our 200,000
Yeah.
small businesses.
Yeah, Carl,
Perhaps,
I hope
yeah.
you were able to meet our featured business for the week out here in Free State, in a small town called Cornelia. How was your reach with small towns like Cornelia? And also, because there aren't a lot of businesses this side because of the population size, how are you finding the market there? And while you're at it, perhaps you can conclude by sharing with us what you will be unveiling in the next few days with regards to new technology of Yoco.
Yeah, I think the principle of access is very, very is at the heart of what we do. And one of the biggest challenges that small businesses in rural areas faced is that they were not close to the branch or the sales team of a bank, and therefore could not get easy access to card machines. So one thing we did was we made our solutions available to businesses nationwide, 2-day delivery of our card machine. Easy to own, easy to set up. No one needs to come and set it up for you. And today, approximately just over 40% of small businesses in the Yoco base are situated in rural areas, or what you would call non-urban, non-metro. I don't know the specific number for Cornelia, but I think the important point here is that the model from the start was meant to be open and not limited to where there was personnel that would come and install card machines for you.
Yeah, unfortunately, Carl, we have to keep it here. Time is very tight for SME On Point today, but thank you for making time to speak to us. Carl is one of the co-founders of Yoco Card Machine, and we today are in Cornelia in the north of Free State, and we've been visiting Sizwe Nhlapo and his business. They run a coffin and casket manufacturing business, and with that, remember to support small businesses in your communities. Let's keep those rands and cents circulating, and it's back to Johannesburg.